So, good morning and welcome yet to another video. Today we're on the Fat Bob. Sort of my first impressions because I've got a license plate. It's imported right now. I will make a separate video about how to import a motorcycle, but that will be in Dutch because it's only relevant for my Dutch viewers, I think, and otherwise you could look at it with subtitles. But I'm on the Fat Bob now. We've did a little bit of work on it, but it's not done, far from it. But I've put on a new exhaust. But let's just do a first ride, and yeah, let's talk about my first impressions of this bike and what my plans are with this bike. So let's go. So we're going to start it right now. Listen to this. And that's exactly the reason why you should buy a Harley Davidson. The sound. So let's go for a little ride. So as you can see, my check engine light is on. That's because I've changed the exhaust and it needs a tune right now, but we will fix that eventually. It's no problem. It doesn't ride awful or something like that. It rides even better than before with the OEM exhaust. I will do a walk around during this video and I will show you what kind of exhaust I have and also what are my plans with this bike, because hopefully you like to know. So first impressions on the Harley Davidson Fat Bob 2019. So as you may probably know, this is one of my personal bikes and the channel is called Droommotor. And Droommotor means dream bike in Dutch. And this is one of my dream bikes. I've owned several Harleys in the past, and yeah, I was always talking about, okay, when I'm going to buy a Harley next, I will buy a Fat Bob with a Milwaukee M8 engine or Milwaukee 8 engine, and so I did. So I've done. Yeah, this bike is a 2019 Fat Bob. It has around 35,000 kilometers, so it's not a low mileage bike by any means, but I've got it for a relatively good price and I was planning to change it, so I don't mind the mileage. I will make this my project bike. But yeah, first impressions, this bike is a really heavy beast. It's a powerhouse. It's really undescribable. It is really easy to turn, especially for Harley. It has forward controls, which I really like because I have pretty tall legs and most of the Harleys I feel a little bit cramped on. Only the touring bikes and the bikes with forward controls are no problem. So this bike is pretty perfect for me. It is a relatively sporty Harley, which is weird because Harleys are normally not very sporty, but this bike has an upside down front fork, a pretty aggressive rake, a lot of torque. So let's talk first about the engine. This is the Milwaukee 8 engine, one of my favorite Harley engines. I really like the older engines with carbureted injected, not the injected, but with the carburetors. They have a really distinctive potato sound, and this bike doesn't, but it does have a really nice sound. And if you change the cams on this bike, it would even sound a lot better. So that's really nice. The engine is 107 cubic inch, so not the 114. Not on purpose, but it was the cheapest I could find, so that's why I bought it. And I was planning to change it anyway. I'm going to do a tune in the future. It gives around 83 brake horsepower, which is not a lot, and around 150 newton meters of torque. So that's about the same as my MT-01 that I've had previously, but more torque than power, and that's what Harleys are about. And I really don't mind the lack of power. I think it has more than enough to have a really fun and spirited ride. But yeah, it's nice to have a tune, but also nice to yeah, how do you say that, do a stage 2, because it will make the bike sound a lot better. So that's why I would do it. But yeah, a really nice engine. I personally really love it. I also really like the look of the engine. It's just a piece of art in my mind. So yeah, talking about comfort, I think this bike is pretty comfortable. It has forward controls, and I'm pretty tall, but I'm in a really comfortable position, and it's a really nice bike to just tour on, but also ride a little bit faster. The seat is pretty comfortable as well. I'm going to change it, but that's more a looks thing, because I think the comfort of this seat is absolutely fine. Yeah, the sound is absolutely amazing, but that's normal when you're changing the exhaust in a bike like this. It's loud, but yeah, I want my Harleys to be loud. Would prefer a Jekyll and Hyde system in the future, but I don't have the funds for that yet. So rideability, as I said, the bike is pretty flickable. It has its weight really down low. It's of course more than 300 kilos wet, so we should better call it Obese Robert instead of Fat Bob. But yeah, I don't mind the weight only maneuvering. When getting it out of the garage, it's a bit of a hassle, but I think that's about it. I personally really like it. It doesn't have any tech. There's a simple speedometer, a digital speedometer with a analog, how do you say that, RPM indicator. It has a gear indicator. It doesn't have any cruise control. It does have ABS, no traction control, but maybe I'm going to install cruise control on a later date. But for now, sound is more than enough. So I'm really happy with this bike, but let me do a little walk around on a spot where it's not that I think, by the way, that this bike is rebuilt in his past, because I bought this bike from a Belgian guy, and he said I don't know, the previous owner, he was a little bit not clear on the bike, but yeah, that doesn't, yeah, I saw the papers, and it was like, okay, it was financed, this bike, and the bike had a lot of oxidation, so it was kept outside for a really long time. So that means, yeah, that's probably that it was parked on a parking lot of a repo company or something like that. There's a turning circle of an elephant, by the way. But yeah, that's Harley. Maybe this is a nice spot for a little walk around. First, no, it's really dirty because it's in my house, and we're reconstructing the house. You probably may know. But here she is. Sounds absolutely amazing, especially with the new exhaust. Okay, a little walk around, and I'll tell you some of my plans that I have already. So it's the 2019 Fat Bob. It's pretty much standard right now. Only the new exhaust, the fans and high output 2-in-1, which I really like. Bought that second hand. I also have one of my first upgrades from my partners, and that is the side mount. Yeah, I know side mount is standard in the United States of America, or in the United States. And it's not standard here in the Netherlands. We have it on the back, and I don't like that. I will preferably have it under here, but I'm not sure I'm not ready for a good solution. I don't know a good solution yet, but the side mount is better than nothing, so I really like it. And it's from X Design. That's a French company, and they were kind enough to give me this nice side mount, so it's really nice. I need to install the light, but I'm not yet ready. And for us, yeah, it's pretty much standard. So I'm going to change a lot, of course. I'm planning to change the derby cover, planning to change the foot pegs, planning to change the thing. I forgot the name. I'm going to change the rear tail light for something from Custom Dynamics. It will be a lot nicer. I'm going to remove the reflectors. Maybe going to change them for black ones, or just remove them altogether. Going to change the seat, at least the seat cover, I hope. Going to change the discs, the brake discs, because they are pretty old, and I really like the brake disc from Moto Master, so stay tuned. I'm not going to change the handlebar, but I'm going to rise it up a little bit. Now, I'm going to change these ugly turn signals at the front for something from Custom Dynamics also. Maybe going to change the front fender, or at least turn it around. That's a trick I've learned on YouTube. I'm going to put a cover in front of the oil cooler. New air filter from Tommy & Sons, really nice. And hopefully also some new foot pegs from Tommy & Sons. And yeah, that's about it. So let's ride a little bit more. That's about it for now, because I'm probably going to also get a windshield from Memphis Shades, and maybe even going to get a whole new paint scheme. spot to get some sound clips. So yeah, final conclusions. I'm absolutely stoked with this bike. You can only understand if you have ever ridden a Harley like this, what it is that attracts people to Harley Davidson. For me, I always get back to the Harley one way or another. Same with Moto Guzzi. I always try to keep a Moto Guzzi in my stable. Because yeah, those brands, those two brands are the brands that are closest to my heart. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you have any questions or any tips about this Harley Davidson, what I should do, please let me know in the comments. And if you like this, please don't forget to give a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of the Harley Davidson Fat Bob content, please let me know, and consider to subscribe, because I will be pushing a lot more out of this bike. I will also make some more content. So what you can expect is, for example, the installation of the new air filter, the installation of the new lighting system, maybe cruise control installation, the tune. What else? The new Memphis shades, windshield, all the bits and bobs, and other things of this project. So yeah, stay tuned, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you want to see my newest video, tap here. If you want to see my recommended video for you, tap here. And if you want to subscribe, tap here. Thanks for watching. Tap here, or tap here.